And this is what I do every couple of weeks. I'll grab some wheat, throw it in here, grind it up, and I'll do a coarse and then I'll do a real fine. And I'll show you the real fine. Okay, so now I'm going to go for the finer grind. I'll grind it in here, and then I'll show you how that all comes out. But that's basically how I get it, and grind it up. But I'll grind a bunch, and then I'll come back to you. Got about 4 cups that I've ran through this little grinder, and it's pretty fine. But what I'll do is I'll run it through one more time, which will give me a nice powder, and then I'll seal it all up in some bags. Okay, so here's what we end up with. It's a nice powder, nice flour to use for the wheat. I can make my wheat breads just like a wheat flour, because it is. I ground my own, there it is. That's how I do it. Now I'll package this all up. I'll seal it up in food saver with the food saver, and there you go. That's what I do. Alright, so there we go. There's one bag. And I still got a lot left to go. But out of what I've ground today, sifted, right there's what I've got. And that'll set back in, be stored until I need to use it. Okay, so now we've done our wheat. I am going to take some rice, place it into the grinder, and it's the bulk rice that everybody buys in stores and everything. Well, what are you going to do with all that rice you have? A lot of people don't know it, but you can take this rice and you put it in one of your little grinders. And I'll dump it into here. And then I'll run it through another time. And then that's what I get. Now when I do it one more time, it's going to be a powder once I run it through the last time. And I can use this in breads, muffins, anything you can bake, you can add it in. So once I'm done grinding enough, I will bake some bread and I will show you. And this is something else that I don't see a lot of people talking about. This is flaxseed, and I'm going to grind some of this up, which I do store quite a bit of this. I mean, it gives you a lot of your omega-3s and everything you need, some of the good fats, you know, and your fibers. So that's something good to keep around, but I can also grind a lot of this up and add to my rice flour, and this is going to give it a little bit of flavoring and help it bind together. No, you ain't got to make this a fine powder. You can, but you don't have to. I'm going to take some sunflower seeds, small natural sunflower seeds, and I'm going to add some in there. And again, it's going to add a little bit of flavor to the rice flour. To show you how this turns out. And what I'll do is I'll add this into my rice flour when I bake. And once I get all that done and together, I'll give you a look. Okay, now to use the rice flour, we'll take 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then I'll add 2 tablespoons of yeast. And I'm going to add a cup of hot water. Okay, it'll be half a cup of warm water, about 120 degrees. And we'll let that set a minute. And now I'm going to use 1/3 cup oil. And that's what I'm using right there. We'll dump it in. This is set for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to add flour. Okay, so we're going to add our flour. Remember the rice that we ground? That will be going in. So it is in. Then we're going to take some brown rice flour, and that is going in. And some of the wheat that we ground up, I'll be opening this and I'll be adding it in. Okay, so there is a cup of that. So there's 3 cups of flour. 1 cup of white rice flour, 1 cup of brown rice flour, and a cup of wheat flour, all ground. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to use pure honey. Honey.
Honey.
And I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of honey. I know I put 1 thing of sugar in already, I know that. One, 2, and 3. Now, get that all off there. Okay, so now we add some salt. 1 teaspoon, 1½ teaspoon salt. I know that's a lot of salt, but you need it. It's 1/2. Now, last thing is a cup and a half of warm water. If you look down in here, you can see that everything's starting to activate already. See, it's getting all foamy.
Smelling yeasty.
Okay. Now, to this, I've got to add 3 cups of bread flour. Okay, because this has the gluten in it, and that's what's going to make the bread stick together. And all I'm using this machine for is to mix it. I'm not going to cook it in there. I'm going to take it out. So I'm going to set this on dough, which should be 7. And I'm going to press start. And if you see, all the yeast is active. Everything is working really well. And this is all going to mix up. So once this is done mixing, I'll let it set a minute and I'll bring it out. And I will probably let it set for a little while. And then I'll get it into some pans. And I probably will knead it a little bit after it comes out just to get everything stretching and turning and working the right way. Okay, so now it's done in the bread machine. I dumped it out on the counter. Now I'm going to kind of shape it into a couple loaves. Put it on probably some cookie sheets and just make some long loaves. But I'll show you that. But it come out really good. Okay, so it's on the pan. Now, I'm going to take the seed, flax seed, and the sunflower seed, and I'm just going to kind of just pat it down on top. Now, we'll cover these, we'll let them rise probably about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so here we go. This is getting ready to go into the oven. Okay. Now, I'm just going to kind of score it a little bit. This one here, kind of just score it down the center. Way it'll open up a little bit. So now these are going to go in the oven, and I'll show you how they look and taste when they're done. Okay, so here it is out of the oven. Very good. Okay, so there's how it turned out. Turned out really good. You can put it in a loaf pan, have it for sandwich bread too if you like, but I like to kind of keep some breads like this around. You know, you can dip it in some soups or just spread some stuff on it, butter, garlic butter, whatever you want. And it has a really good taste to it. Give it a shot, see what you think. But that's how it comes out. But you can enjoy. That's just some of the things you can do with the wheat and the rice that you store. You can grind it all up. But everything that this is made with came from storage. And that's how you use what you have. I mean, when you store food, these are the things that you need to be doing to use up what you have and have your body prepared to eat this stuff. If that's the way the situation falls into place to where that's all you have to eat. But once you learn, that's what you get. We've got some mushrooms in the dehydrator. Tara's been working on all day. Okay, so I wasn't done. I am eating some of the bread, man, it's damn good. But we tried Cat's Cradle's granola mix, and this stuff is the shit. This stuff is really good. So now we've got the recipe done, but we're gonna add in some dehydrated apples into the mix. And we've had this as cereal. I've made granola bars. I'll see if I still have any pictures and I'll attach the pictures to it. But I made a few granola bars out of it. And then this is, what is this?
Papaya.
Papaya. Dried papaya in there. But it is a very good recipe. And we just tweak it to our liking. You know, adding different dried fruits. But just had to share that, and it's very good. So have a nice evening, and we'll talk to you later.